Today, we are going to be talking about all 27 LEGO Star Wars sets scheduled to leave shelves at the end of 2023. As a LEGO investor, I am watching these sets very closely to determine what I'm going to be allocating my investment dollars toward. Keep in mind it is early on. This list can always change. All of these are my own opinions. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. Let's get into it. So the only change for the March update so far, it seems, is that the Tusken Raider will stick around until 2024. Brickheads normally have like a 6-month shelf life, and apparently this one will have over 1 year of shelf life, possibly 2 years, so I'm a little skeptical. This is a classic character with a long-term enduring appeal, but I won't be directing any significant amount of money to this LEGO set. Now, the first set that is retiring, the Ahsoka Brickhead. Personally, I love the design on this. I think it's a great brickhead, especially for the low price of $9.99. If you look at Ahsoka figs, there is definitely potential there, and I think if you tuck this away in some sort of plastic container, you could be looking at $100 in 10 years. This set is difficult to get in a large quantity because it is exclusive to LEGO stores and LEGO.com. So I could easily see this rising to a $20 or $30 set based on just prior $9.99 Star Wars Brickheads. Any character that is not from the sequel trilogy seems to perform pretty well. Next, we have the Justifier. This set, oh man, could be so wonderful, but that price is just purely unjustifiable. This will have somewhat of a short shelf life for a LEGO Star Wars set. I looked at the math on large gray Star Wars ships at this price point, around $170, $160, $150, and they do not do extraordinarily well. It could be a high risk for a long shot gain on the Justifier if you really believe in the Cad Bane and the other exclusive figures in this set. Personally, I will be passing on this set for investment. Next, we have the buildable BD-1. This set is fine. I think the design is nice, but if you look at the returns on buildable droids, they do not do that well. The BB-8, a flop. The Dio, also a flop. Jedi Fallen Order, the video game, I think is a great game, but I think its relevance may be fading. I may pick up one for myself, but again, for investment, I will not be purchasing this set. Next, the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. I don't really have too many thoughts on this set. I have noticed it has been scarcely discounted in the United States. This is 4 exclusive figures, and it is a large black ship. So I guess you could look at other comps like the Kylo Ren shuttle. Looks like at the moment of recording, the figs alone comprise $52 of value. I like this set, but I don't like it as well as I like the Bad Batch shuttle that recently retired at the end of 2022. Just on the basis of exclusive figs, I would rather go with clone troopers than Sith villains like this. Because of the valuable minifigures, I will probably pick up one of these sets if I can find it on some sort of discount. Next, we have the Kenobi Starfighter 75333 for $30. This is an amazing price point, and I do believe that if they don't retire this set this year, they will bump the set up to $35 because it's just too good of a value at $30. The Kaminoan minifigure is the first ever made. The Obi-Wan looks great, and so does the R4. This is a beautiful Starfighter. If you just look at the past examples, Jedi Starfighters tend to do well. So I think this set will definitely be going to the moon. If you can find this closer to $25 or even $20, this is easy money in 2, 3, or 4 years. Next, we have the Ambush on Ferrix. This is a Target exclusive, a short shelf life, only 16 months. This is from the summer wave of 2022. I do worry about the future relevance on this set, but again, I will pick one up because I do see that the figures make up already $54 of value. This is another set I will not be going deep on. Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader. This is based on the Kenobi show, which flopped. The minifigures are cool, and I do kind of like the base parts, but for an investment, I'm not sure this will do all that well. The value of all the figures added up is at the moment close to $30, $28 for these 4 unique minifigures. This is also a set that a lot of people aren't talking about. This is a set that actually has a shorter shelf life than the ever popular 75342 Clone Wars Republic fighter tank. And while it is a great set, I do own some and I do expect them to do well. Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader may be a bit of a sleeper, so I won't be going deep on this set, but I definitely will be picking up a few for my LEGO investment. The AT-AT, this set has been out since 2020. It is a fine set. Apparently we know now that we'll get an AT-AT just every 3 or 4 years. I recently found this in a local Target marked down on clearance to $111. But because I think this set needs to be a long-term hold, I didn't want to store a large set like this, so I did ultimately pass on that deal. The UCS Gunship, I actually have a whole video about this set. I compare it to the Master Builder's Cantina, another great set that will not be retiring in 2023. Thank you to all of the people that commented that in my last video. This once again has been pushed to 2024. If you're enjoying, please consider subscribing to this channel. All right, the Razor Crest. This is a really good Amazon exclusive. It was $130. Now it's been bumped up with the price increase to $140. A comp that I could look at for this set is the Darth Vader's Castle, another Amazon exclusive in a similar price point. This set has done very well, largely due to its exclusive minifigures. The Razor Crest, I do believe, has a bit of a weaker minifigure selection, but I think that the build itself is wonderful, and I think the really expensive $600 UCS Razor Crest makes this set a lot more compelling and a lot more reasonable at $200 or $300. The Boba Fett Starship, $49.99, the smaller Slave one. This is a little bit of a weak ship. It has no exclusive minifigures. I know that Boba Fett everything tends to print money, but I just don't really particularly love this ship. I may pick up one or two, but I will not be going deep on it. I'm more interested to see what happens with my 20th anniversary Slave ones that I've had since 2020 once this retires. That's been a very interesting set that has strangely gone down as time goes on. We'll have a video out about that set soon. The Mandalorian Brickhead, ultimately, this is a great set, and I do believe that it's a great value for its MSRP, and I do predict that this set, after retirement, if it retires this year, will quickly become a $30 set and stay there forever. If you already have some of this set, I think you already know. If you don't already own this set, why would you invest in it? I would be surprised if this set ever goes past $50. Next, we have the Child. I guess it's still around from 2020. I look at this as the Costco set because it was discounted so many times in 2021. Apparently, it's already showing signs of life on the aftermarket, so that's interesting, but I'll be passing on this set. Next, the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. I'm not sure I even trust this to retire due to the fact that they are holding back the UCS AT-AT for a couple more years, as I would expect they would. It doesn't make sense, I think, to retire the Snowtrooper Battle Pack when any future buyers of the AT-AT are surely going to want some to complete their display. This is a great Imperial Battle Pack. I will collect a few personally for my own collection, but I'm not dedicating any serious money to this set because Snowtrooper Battle Packs don't do all that well. The Hoth AT-ST, similar to the AT-AT, we all know what this set is. We all know there will be another one in 1, 2, or 3 years. This has the potential to see a deeper discount, so if you are able to get it for 40 or even 50% off, I have seen it for 50% off. I passed on it, and actually when I went back to that Target to pick it up, it was gone. This could be a decent 2 to 3 year hold, but I am very wary of that re-release that is definitely coming. Next, the Dark Trooper Battle Pack, the Dark Trooper Attack. Imperial battle packs generally don't do as well as clone battle packs, so I think that the value on this set will remain low for the foreseeable future. Again, I could be wrong, not too sure about this one, but I won't be investing in it. Up next, the Luke Red 5 helmet. This set is okay. It's been pretty widely available, not particularly well loved. Personally, I don't mind the design. It has really grown on me. However, being marked up recently to $69.99, I think that limits the potential gains that you can realize on a set like this. Overall, I think this helmet will do well in the long term as it is from the first movie, and it does have exclusive parts. You also have the 75343 Dark Trooper helmet. This is a Target exclusive. Again, under a 2-year shelf life, very reasonably priced at Target, still $59.99. And I know a lot of people hate this set. I really like it. It's not the best design, but it is the successor to the TIE Fighter helmet. The tricky thing about this set is that it will be very difficult to get in a large quantity. I don't think that a lot of people will have hundreds of these sitting around since you can't bulk order them from Target. I believe the max has been 2 for the entire duration of its life. And furthermore, they're very difficult to find on better than a 20% discount. Without any exclusive pieces, I don't think it will perform nearly as well as the TIE Fighter helmet. The Boba Fett Throne Room, this set is really all in on its minifigs. I am personally not a huge fan since I know a ton of people got this set at $60, at $40, and even less at Costco's around the United States. A lot of those $40 people are going to be letting it go at $100, right? So when I know that a lot of people in the market and a lot of resellers have this set at a very low cost, I am kind of inclined to steer it away unless I can get it for an even better cost, but I don't see that happening again, so I will be passing on this set. Up next, the TIE Fighter. This is really the same thing as the AT-AT. This is another set we know will be re-released in a couple of years. I do like the low price point on this set, as we have seen a lot of TIE Fighters that are more expensive. Now keep in mind, there is the rumored set coming later in 2023, the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus the TIE Interceptor, set number 75348, May 1st release. It's likely that we're going to see some small builds on this, so we will probably see a smaller TIE Interceptor to go along with the smaller TIE Fighter, to go along with the smaller TIE Bomber. This is a good point that the YouTuber Lifebreaks had in a recent video of his, and I definitely agree with it. I think this smaller TIE Fighter could do well in the light of the future releases. Next, we have the 4 Plus AT-ST, most terribly overpriced set of this whole wave. I want so much to like this set because it's so bad, but in the end of the day, it is a 4 Plus set. If people aren't biting on this set at $35, why would they want it for anything higher? The best case I could see is maybe $50 for this set, which is pretty limited growth if you're getting it for $25. I will definitely be picking up one or two of this set because I think it may go on to be somewhat infamous as the worst LEGO Star Wars set ever. But this set is 4+, and you do have to look at all the prior comps. They all have done terribly. The X-Wing, this is a similar story to the TIE Fighter. I like the small size of it, and I do think that if LEGO releases, say, a $70 X-Wing next year or the year after, that could easily make this $40 one a lot more attractive. I like the general figure, but otherwise there is not much here for me. Next, the Microfighter Slave 1. I think this set will absolutely slap and print money in retirement. However, it is too small of a return per unit. If I'm doing FBA, I would be scooping this set up all day. But if I'm fulfilling my own orders, it's just a waste of time for me to be boxing up and shipping out 100 of these instead of shipping out 2 UCS gunships in a couple years. Especially with what we've seen with the new Microfighter price increase. This is a very attractive set, especially at $8. Everybody hates the Boba Fett minifigure. Personally, I don't care. I love this set, and I'll be picking a couple up for my own collection. Next, the Diorama sets, all of them, the Death Star Trench Run, the Dagobah Jedi Training, and the Death Star Trash Compactor. This is a great line of sets. I don't really like the full price on any of them, but at 20% off, I think they're all decent investments. My personal favorite is the Dagobah. I think it's the most charming. I really like the Yoda's hut build and the partially sunken X-Wing. The Death Star is probably my least favorite. I would go with the Dagobah or the Trash Compactor for its good figures. You can also keep in mind the Trash Compactor is a Walmart exclusive in the US. Everyone talks about these dioramas as if they may be similar to the helmets. Personally, I think they will not be as popular as the helmets, and they will see fewer releases and lower aftermarket demand. Lastly, my favorite set from this year, and I think everyone's favorite set, it's kind of the best set, the Republic Fighter Tank, available from April of 2022 until the end of the year, most likely 2023. This set is constantly out of stock on the LEGO website in the US and at Target. It goes above retail on eBay constantly, but my real concern with this set is that it may be held back since it is so popular. The great minifigures in this set definitely justify it. However, I am nervous of everyone going in deep on this set. It's very difficult to get this set for around 20% off. You can order up to limit 5 from LEGO right now if you can find the set. Currently it's back ordered. You could possibly get a nice gift with purchase that could offset maybe 10 or 20% of your cost. But that's not very scalable because you can only do one order per account, and LEGO is really strict with enforcing limits. This set has never been on sale at Target. It was available very briefly for maybe one day with a $10 gift card available for purchasing $50. So basically 2 sets could have gotten you $5 off each set. If this set retires this year, I expect it may become very scarce by the end of the year. I will definitely be investing in this set, but I think I'm going to use a little bit of caution because everyone and their mother seems to be buying this set, and I do have concerns that it may not be held back. Just imagine if LEGO held this set back and raised the price $5 another year. So a lot of these are great sets. I have a lot of sets on my hit list this year. I will be definitely buying 5 or 6 sets this year. Do your own research and please be very careful when LEGO investing. One recommendation I could make to anyone, this is not financial advice, but just life advice. If you are thinking of pulling the trigger on a big purchase of anything, really, it's good to sleep on it, give it a few days, and let your brain kind of process, get a second opinion, and really think about whether this is going to be a good use of your money or whether you're just getting caught up in the emotion and the excitement of finding a good set on a good discount. Use patience, my friends, use discipline, have fun. If you're beginning in LEGO investing, you definitely want to do a substantial amount of research before you actually buy any set. I think you should do at least 3 months of research before you spend a single dollar on your very first LEGO set. LEGO investing is a long-term financial endeavor. You should expect that the time it will take between sourcing your sets, waiting for them to retire, and then successfully liquidating them once they've risen in value to be anywhere from 2 years up to 3 years, 4 years, potentially even 5 years. Now, if you're realizing a 200% return on your investment over 5 years, that's not too bad. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the DG Bricks channel. I look forward to sharing with you all in the future how these sets do.